Raider Nation, we're back. We're raw and uncut, and we're back and we're better than ever. I'm sorry, I've missed you guys. I haven't been here. I haven't been able to do these videos as much. Been putting out some bullshit shorts, trying to stay in the algorithm until I'm able to come back to the Raider stuff. Been a lot of shit going on, so I haven't had time to sit down, but now I'm here and now we're back. And the American Dream Dusty Rhodes got one message for the Raider Nation. Is that Jesse Jackson? I don't know. But anyways, Raw&Uncut's got one message for the Raider Nation. Okay? They keep talking about trap game. Trap game this, trap game that. Everywhere I look, all they're talking about, this is a trap game. Let me tell you something. Are we 2-0? No. We're 1-1. What fucking trap game? We've played one fucking game and we did half-ass well. Let me explain something as you see what's going on the screen, right? We had trouble blocking against the pass. We had trouble blocking against the run at times. We did some good things, but we had some trouble. We also had some trouble in the damn secondary early in the game, right? As you see right here, boom. Jackson flings that ball, boom, it's in there. The pebble has been snatched. He snatched the pebble from his hand. Actually, he didn't snatch it. It was kind of just in the bread basket, but you get what I'm saying here. We were doing some things that we shouldn't have been doing early in the game. We corrected them at halftime. That's what good coaches do. That's what good players do. We get that. We know that. But everybody calling this a trap game because we beat the Ravens. The Ravens ain't the same team from last year. As you see Max Crosby getting that ass all the way to the dookie shoot. Raider Nation style, that's how you do it, baby boy. That's how you do it, baby Bubba. The Condor was on the prowl. The Condor was a swooping motherfuckers, and don't forget it. Back to the task at hand. And the task is they're talking trap game. What fucking trap game? What have the Raiders done? And I'm not trying to be negative, but I don't like this fucking hype. I hate it when we win one fucking game, we look all right. In the second half, as you see the missed fucking tackles, which we had a bunch of them in this fucking game, as we usually do. We didn't do well the whole game. We didn't play a complete game and beat the Ravens. Now, I'm not saying the Ravens aren't maybe a playoff team, but they're like a wild card team this year. They don't have the same running game. They've lost a few players. I think this shit's coming to a close. But with the Raiders, we did do some good things here and there early. Like right there. You see the check down for a first down to Devontae, if I'm not mistaken. That was all right. We take that. We're just moving the chains. Situational football, right? Hey, we fuck with that. But there was times when Minshew didn't look good, right? Of course, when you win, it makes all this shit go away. It makes all the bad go away. And I'm not saying we were stinking up the joint, but we did not, as you see there, that was who? Colton Miller, who's looked suspect the most of the year already in the first 3 games. 2 games, my bad. Damn, I'm ahead of myself. In the first 2 games, I've been watching a lot of football. In the first 2 games, as you see, he's been a liability at times. Like he doesn't know what's going on. He's letting guys run free. Our defense, it plays very, 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 very good. As you see there, Lamar Jackson fucked that up. He had a guy that was open. You see what I'm saying? So our defense was suspect here and there. Up front, they're playing like hogs. Up front, but at times, they're getting beat as well. But when you come back to the offense and you see Minshew did do some good things. He put some darts in there. He did what he had to do at times, but there was times when he wasn't good. My point is, let's get back to it. We did win the game. We did look good late. Let's not shit on them. I'm not shitting on my Raiders. That's not what I'm doing. I'm a matter of fact. This is a real take from a real fan. I'm not trying to be a fucking broadcast journalist. I'm not trying to bend the dude over to get a fucking job. I'm not trying to do a round table with a bunch of fucks. I'm not trying to sit here and then fucking suck the donkeys of the players and all this shit. I'm giving you a real take of a real motherfucking fan. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. What fucking trap game? Are we 2-0? Are we bound for the Super Bowl? We don't fucking know. We can't run a goddamn ball to get a fucking yard. We still can't do that. Oh, we did it late in the game differently, finally, instead of trying to do the same old shit that Josh McDaniels was doing, right? Thank God we had Carlson. Not like he won us the game or anything, but he got it in. He did what he does. He hit the long fucking bombs. He hits those long field goals. That's what he does best. And we needed those points. But when you watch the Ravens and you watch the Raiders, and we're coming up with the Panthers now, right? And people are saying, trap game, trap game, trap game. How? How is it a trap game? You see Lamar Jackson deliver a dot to Flowers on the money. You see, Andy Dalton, the red rifle, Andy Dalton has played well against the Raiders. Andy Dalton has played well against the Raiders. You guys already saw this game, so we don't need to keep watching this, but we'll watch one more play. You see, early in that game, we weren't doing what we were supposed to be doing. We're caught off guard there. Nice little screen play to Likely. Bam, gets the first down. They move the ball. So you know, what you need to see is this. This is what Andy Dalton can do. The guy does flash at times and make very, very good throws, very, very good passes, as you see right here. He's going to stick in the pocket. He'll stay in the pocket and make some accurate throws. Wham, great play by the receiver. That's a big fucking gain. You see Dalton here again. The red rifle, bam, in stride, boom, snatch the pebble, let's go for 6, baby Bubba. And I can't stand the Bengals and I can't stand Dalton, but we're right here calling it. And you see he's going to drop back, bam, plant his feet, wham, the ball's out. Boom, on the money. That's a motherfucking touchdown. The guy was out after everyone else. The guy was in front of everyone else. The throw could have been better. You see Dalton right here, wham, hitting this dude. The throw could have been better, but he got him. That's a big motherfucking game right there. Dalton will stand in the pocket. Dalton's a motherfucking veteran. Andy Dalton has been around, okay? You see, this guy's got good play action. And when he decides to let that shit go, he's going to let it go. And he does have an arm. He's got a gun, but a lot of times some stuff will be underthrown. If our defense stays on him and puts pressure on him, he'll have a long fucking day. But if he's able to sit back there and do this, like the old saying goes, look at that, on the money. It was tipped, but he got it. Like the old saying goes, oh, you can put anybody back there, and if you give them time, they'll carve you up in the NFL. Andy Dalton is not just anybody. The guy's a vet. The guy's been around. The guy's had some playing time. He's had a few different teams, been on a few different squads. Remember, he was with the Saints as well as the Bengals, Panthers now. The guy's been around, but he's a veteran, and he sticks around because he can get it done at any given time. Now, is he a Patrick Mahomes? No, but as you see, the guy can throw the football. The guy can throw the football, and he's lucky. He gets a lot of lucky plays. He's got like a motherfucking rabbit's foot stuck up under his ass sometimes because some of his lame duck throws, as you see, they never get picked off or tipped. Somehow, some way, the receivers, they end up getting their hands on him. You know, but when he decides to let the ball go, that's what's going to happen. If guys are open, you see what the fuck Andy Dalton can do. The guy can put the ball there. The guy can put points up. The guy can get shit done when you need him to get it done. And it reminds me a lot of motherfucking who? Minshew, right? But the red rifle's not going to be as mobile as Minshew, but he can move around and he's not a statue. The guy's got a gun, though. He's got a stronger arm. When he decides to let it go, he's going to let it go. And like I said, sometimes he's got a feather stuck up his ass. But that throw right there was on the motherfucking money. That was in the breadbasket. He didn't have to snatch a goddamn thing. As you see, Andy Dalton, if you give him a pocket like that, let him step up, watch. Wham. He found a dude in the motherfucking zone. Motherfucking big gain, touch, motherfucking down, little man, touchdown. So you don't want to give Andy Dalton a pocket. You want to put pressure on that motherfucker because if you don't, he's going to pick you apart. That's what it comes down to. Enough said about that motherfucker. So the Raiders, as we get back to the task at hand, trap game, the Raiders are going to have to kick it in overdrive. From the jump, they're going to have to do shit like this. Move the chains. Get out of the pocket, move around. On defense, we're going to have to stop Andy Dalton in terms of making the pocket collapse like that. Will he move out and do that? Yeah, he can do what Minshew's doing right here, as Minshew does a great job with Brock Bowers right here, completing it, almost getting into the fucking end zone. It was a great play. On Sunday, we're going to need a lot of this. On Sunday, we're going to need our defense to be all over Andy Dalton. This is not a trap game, my friends. What fucking trap game? We're not 2-0. And we shouldn't be 2-0. Keep it a buck. We got our asses kicked against the fucking Chargers late in that game. People like to forget and move on, but we got to take it in as a whole because it's the season. It's not just a game by game. It's what have we done during the season. So I'm not trying to be fucking negative. I'm just calling a ball to ball, strike to strike. Our defense is going to have to fucking rise to the occasion. If we leave guys like this open, Dalton will pick us apart. If we don't get a rush on him, Dalton will pick us apart. And that's the reality of it. So you want to call it a trap game. It's not a trap game. It's a fucking game. And if you give Dalton time like this, he will do what Lamar Jackson is doing. Because, see, Dalton can pass from the pocket. He's a pocket passer, old school, but he can move around, can scramble and stuff. Not Lamar Jackson. He's a better passer than Lamar Jackson, whether you want to believe it or not. If they get the running game going, then you already know how that is too. But we need our run game to get going. They're talking about changing schemes and all that. Luke Getsy ain't going to like that because his scheme is his scheme. Antonio Pierce putting that out there is to let everybody know that he already spoke to Luke Getsy about this. That's his way of letting people know, I've already spoken to Luke about it. We're going to make changes, or I'm going to make a change. I wouldn't be surprised if Luke Getsy still tries to run the same shit if Antonio Pierce don't fire his ass. 4, 5, 6 games into the year. Maybe 4, 5, 6 games into the year, they fire his ass. Luke Getsy. If he doesn't change the scheme and doesn't do what Antonio Pierce is asking him to do. It's a crazy season. It's early. I just don't like the hype. People just hyping everything up because we beat the Ravens. The Ravens aren't the same team from last year. And we did beat them, and we earned that win. But we lost to the fucking Chargers. Are the Chargers that much better than we are? No. They just got a better coach right now. And that's just saying from experience. Doesn't mean Antonio Pierce is a trash coach because I love Antonio Pierce. I love AP, and I think he's doing a great job. There's hiccups, there's bumps in the road, but I think he's doing a great job. That right there, my friends, Minshew to Adams was nice, and we need more of those. We need more of those, more 20, 30-yard passes. Open the field up. I get it. When you run and you're able to run, you want to stick with that and chew the clock up. But every now and again, you want to mix up some of this. And Minshew does a great job right here. This throw was immaculate. The catch was even greater. And that's snatching the pebble from your hand, homeboy. That is what you call snatching the pebble. He snatched the pebble from his hand, huh? He snatched that motherfucker right up off the ground. It was beautiful. And you see, if we can do stuff like this, we'll be all right. But we can't wait till late in the game getting down by 10 points to turn it on. We got to turn it on for fucking real. And Minshew's got to eliminate that shit. He's got to eliminate that shit. That's what we were talking about, right? Remember we were talking about the rolling to his right and nothing comes from it in preseason? Minshew, erase that. If Minshew would take that out of his game, he would be a much better player. Use the pump fake more. Use the pump fake more, motherfucker. Like, what would stop quarterbacks? What is stopping them from? Old school Gannon. You know, as soon as you drop back, you know you're not going to pass it, but at least give a pump fake to move the defense. Make them be honest. Make them stay on you. They got to watch you a little bit longer while guys are making moves. You know, the old Gannon, where he drops back, wham, boom. Or sometimes he fake it, scan right, and come back that way. And the defense, you know what I'm saying, is zigzagging. Think, McFly, think. So will there be any changes on offense? I don't know. I do know late in the game they changed some things on the offensive line in terms of the scheme, and we were able to run the ball a little bit better. So maybe that's what they're going to do. I don't know, but this is not a fucking trap game. It's a game. Nation, are you with me? If you're with me, drop a motherfucking hell yeah in the comments. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Hey, thank you for being here. I'm going to hit you guys with some more videos here soon. And Raider Nation, don't worry about this game on Sunday. I have a feeling we're going to be all right. And number two, don't get overhyped. Take it game by game. We're building here. We're building. They're getting familiar. The offense is getting familiar with each other. The defense we don't got to worry about, but they need to come with it sooner and stay on them, and we'll be fine. But don't let that fucking red rifle sit in that pocket, because if he does, he's going to pick us apart and we're going to have a fucking game. Until we see each other again, I'm out.